Hi,
Hello.
Jason. Hi there. It's a great pleasure to actually be with you again today. There's some people joining us on this the actual studio, so I'm just putting them back out into the audience again. Yeah. I think what I did, Jason, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think what I did when I advertised, I think I put on the StreamYard for people to come on as a guest instead of doing it the other way around. But I think it's something to do with me turning 60. I really do, Jason, because I've just went a bit doolally. I really have.
I haven't heard that like in a long time since I was in Scotland. Like the words like "do lally," and I'm like, oh, it brings me back to my youth. That does, when I used to live in Edinburgh. That was the sort of things we used to get up to stuff and say, oh, we must be going do lally here, but So I know exactly where you're coming from, Alice. I really do.
Yeah. Well, anybody that's watching or listening, I know you'll all be backstage. Okay, so there's comments. Just put in the comment box anything at all that you wish to. If you're coming on here, please just put that on in any comment box. There's a few people trying to come on as a guest, so it's not that way. So I'll just pop this on as well. Live viewers comments show up on StreamYard. Okay, so that's fine. So any live comments, just pop on, please, in the comment box. I'm going to continue on because Sparkle of Light, and the reason we're doing this is Sparkle Light Spiritual Centre is having a physical mediumship demonstration on the 28th of October and also the 29th of October. So it's a Saturday and a Sunday. So the 28th of October is the mediumship demonstration. The 29th of October is the mediumship workshop, which is Ignite Your Inspiration. Is that right, Jason? I think
absolutely.
Ignite your spiritual inspiration.
Ignite your soul and inspiration with spirit. That's what it is, Alice.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you, because that's exactly what was happening and it's what's advertised. It's Jason that will be doing the workshop as well. Now, to introduce Jason a little bit more here. Now, for those who don't know Jason, and I don't know how you can, but if you don't know Jason, he is an international medium. And he has a certification of CSNU as well. And he's got loads of years and years of experience, So I feel really privileged that Jason is actually coming from Germany over to our centre and school. But there's another reason for this as well, isn't there, Jason? Because this is going to be my very last event in Scotland, because we are closing the centre physically, but online it's going to be opening up in a bigger and a wider way. There's some new opportunities coming. There's some exciting things that I've got that I'm keen to start as well with other people. So there's lots happening there. But the main reason being is it's not just because I want to close the centre, it is because we are moving down south next year. So we're moving down to Sussex next year to be with our daughter and our future son-in-law. And this is what we will be doing next year. So we've got a lot of plans that have to come with that. So that's why it is closing. So I really would love old and new faces in a nice way, not old faces, young faces, in a nice way, coming to the centre just for the last event, because I want to thank everybody who has supported me during the 6 years that actually I've had this on physically at the centre. I know it was in between COVID as well, which was quite difficult, but I still continued online all during that time. So I would like to welcome you all to come for the last event. On the Saturday, the 28th, it will be myself and Jason who will be doing the mediumship demonstration. Now, there will be some refreshments and snacks on that night as well. It is only £8, so it's really, it's not bad, really, is, for what you're getting. And it will be at Helensburgh Lomond Civic Centre in Helensburgh. And if anybody wants any more, input on that, then just please let me know. And I'm looking forward to that night actually doing the demonstration with you. I know I'm going to work with you in the first half, and you'll be doing the second half on your own. But it will be a good night. And Jason, I'm really looking forward to working with you. So
Yeah.
that's on the Saturday, and on the Sunday you're doing the workshop. You're doing the workshop on Sunday, so you're doing that. So do you want to just explain a little bit and maybe what you will be doing for the workshop on this Sunday?
So about the workshop, for me, I've been going to learn mediumship for years and years and years, and I wanted to learn it to a very high standard. I wanted to learn to a high standard so that I could understand it. And what I found is along my journey is a lot of students in mediumship, they get caught up in the seriousness of mediumship, like having to get it right, having to get more evidence, and having to. So I find that students end up putting a lot of pressure on themselves, and I remember what it was like for me as well. So my way of teaching is opening up that naturalness in your mediumship, igniting that part of you in your soul to enjoy that your mediumship again. And in that ignition, it's really stepping into the confidence of your mediumship again. And it's just something I really love. One of my greatest talents is to see the talent in other people. It always has been, and it's just such a wonderful thing to be able to do that. So we'll be doing lots of different exercises to do that, to help people with their one-to-one sittings, their psychic mediumship, your mediumship. So it's going to be a lot of things going on, but also to really discover that the spirit world is an intelligence, and that really the moment that we end up doing, not stressing ourselves out and letting the spirit work more, the more information comes through, the more love can be felt from spirit. And it's all about experiencing like the reunion, the blending of that divine consciousness with the spirit world, and just letting that shine through you within your empowerment, but also within your mediumship and psychic abilities as well. So I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, it's going to be a wonderful workshop. I'm also looking forward to demonstrating with Alice, because we met and we said we'll have to do that sometime, and then COVID happened, and all those sort of things, and lockdowns, and then we met up again as online again, and we're like, let's do something. So, oh yes, Alice, why not? Let's do that. So that's how this all came about. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. Sometimes it's all about the divine timing as well, though, isn't it? And I'm really happy and pleased that you're coming for the last event, at the centre. I really am. So I'm excited for it. I've also just said to everyone to please share with your friends that we're on just now. And if we get enough people coming on, then we will go ahead and maybe do a couple of readings. So just keep sharing and come on and see if you're going to be one of the ones who gets a reading while we're on here just now. So yeah, Jason, another little thing I forgot to mention was on this Sunday, there'll also be a lunch included on the Sunday. It's not a table service, but it'll be a buffet where there will be lots of, what a buffet prepares for. I've got somebody catering for it. So you'll have sandwiches, cakes, crisps, biscuits, the usual, tea, coffee. So there'll be all of that on the Sunday. Everybody really enjoyed it the last time. They really liked the catering company as well, and they were very happy with it. So if anybody wants to join again, who were there the last time, then please let me know. I know distance wise, we had a lot of people from Ireland the last time as well, so I'm not expecting that. But so if you want to join or you feel inspired, there's something pulling you with what you've just heard from Jason there with his description of the workshop, then don't ignore it, because it is Spirit's way of calling and saying, maybe take a chance here. It's maybe time to take that step forward, take that next step forward and take that leap of faith, So there's no pressure. It's an enjoyable workshop. So there's absolutely no pressure on this workshop whatsoever. It's also for, yes, it's for all levels, but it's also for those who, let's say, beginners at it, but they're getting a lots of signs and they feel a connection with spirit world, but they just don't know what to do with it, So please don't feel intimidated by coming along thinking, oh, no point in me going because everybody else will be experienced. What is experience at the end of the day? Okay, because experience at the end of the day can be quite literally just the fact that you have been doing it a while. It doesn't make you say that, well, I'm a better medium than you are, because Joe Blogg sitting in the corner could have a great connection with spirit world, but just doesn't know what to do with it. So please don't feel pressured in any way. Just come along. But unfortunately, it is now, I am taking it only as pre-bookings. I will not be taking anything at the door. Okay, it has to be pre-bookings only, and that is for the event, and that is also for the workshop too. Now, the reason being, I'm paying for a hall, I'm paying for catering. I need to know how many I'm catering for, and I also know, as a spiritualist centre, I can't be out of money. So I'm sure you all understand that as well. So it's only right that we do pre-book, so as we know what our numbers are, how much I'm catering for on the Saturday night and on the Sunday, and then we know for definite who's coming as well. And it's also for you, it's actually giving you that the dedication of saying, yeah, I'm booking for this, I'm going to do this, so it's sending that love into it. Don't you agree with that, Jason? Don't you agree with that?
Absolutely. Many times we can go out, we can buy ourselves something to eat, or we can get ourselves a nice hairstyle, or we can buy ourselves some nice clothes. But sometimes we forget to nourish our soul, to nourish our spirit, and to buy something that that's really going to be good for our own development, for our own life experience, and to do a workshop and to go to these demonstrations, to be touched by the spirit world and to be touched by the spirit, and knowing that life continues. I think these moments are priceless. And I love myself going to watch other mediums as well work, because I just love seeing how spirit comes through and connects with amazing information that even Alice and myself will be like, wow, where did that come from? Because even when you're working as a medium, you're like, well, aren't they? Because really, it's the communication of spirit. It's like a magical moment. And I love that in demonstrations, but I also love that in the group work, in teaching, where you can, what Alice said about beginners. I've seen beginners come with like fantastic information, and it's because their mediumship is just under the skin, and all they need is just like to touch mediumship, and it's like it's there. And then after that, you're in a sort of flow, and it just opens up for you. And obviously you've got to do some work at it to learn your presentation, but really it's an amazing thing to see when a student has those eureka moments. They say, oh my God, Spirit just brought me something fantastic. And I know we're open for those magic moments this weekend. And I know Alice is open to them, and we're both very, very excited about it. And just to see, I think what really touched me about Alice just said there was, it's going to be the last time she's going to be doing something from the centre. So it's like, it's going to be like, we're going to be waving goodbye to Alice and seeing her on her way. And I said to her, you can't go yet because I'm coming back. I was coming back. I was born in Scotland. I thought, I'm coming back to Scotland. I'll meet up with Alice. And it would be great to meet the Scottish people again and get out there. And I said, oh, by the way, I'm moving to England. And I was like, oh, that's nice for you. But a part of me was like, oh, no, we can't.
That's right. And then I thought, okay, all right, we'll make this the last event then, because originally the last event was going to be with Nadia, and then I thought, no, we'll make this the last event, because this is part of you as well, because were you born in Scotland, or you were born in Scotland, and you lived in Scotland. I know you lived in Scotland during your childhood years as well, so I'm sure it's going to be a reminiscence for you as well coming back.
Absolutely. I mean, I only know my childhood memories in Scotland. I was born in Edinburgh, but in Leith in Edinburgh, and I remember being a young kid, terrorizing the neighborhood, scrumping apples. We used to go scrumping apples, and that was a game, and we're like that. We thought it was all innocent, but apparently these days you want to get caught doing those things these days.
No, it was all innocent. Yeah, it was. Well, I forgot about that actually.
What a bit of fun. You done that as well?
No, I watched.
Yeah, let's do it. You go. I'll watch.
No, I used to watch. No, I'm not doing it. But you know what, though? I was always the one that got caught.
Oh no!
I can remember as well. There was someone's garden, and they had some apples on their tree, and I can remember these two terriers that I was with picking these apples off the tree, and of course they could run fast, but not me. No, I'm running. I get caught, but yeah, it wasn't me, honest. It's all different now, isn't it? And Halloween coming up as well, it's it's all very different, isn't it? It's there's more about Halloween now than there was when we were younger.
Oh yeah, no, like trick or treat. We didn't have we didn't have trick or treat. I think that came out once, and I think we walked round to do trick or treat, and we're scared like in the dark. We're scared some people. They were like, what's going on here? Because they weren't used to it. It was like it wasn't popular back then. Like 5 minutes trick or treating, and they said, like, I don't want to scare anyone else. Let's go home.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So everybody remember, if you want to get a reading, then come on and just put a message in the comment box that you're actually here, and you may be in for a little chance for a message from Jason and myself. So just like and share to all your friends and your family. I've got Anne Robertson on. I don't know if Anne's still on, but good afternoon to Anne Robertson. It's lovely to see you on here, Anne, and I hope things are well with you. If you're still on, just give us a little comment as well. That would be good. There's so much now changing, isn't there? Even within the spiritual movement itself, there's so much changing for the good. A lot of it's for the good, some of it's a little bit scary, you know, but that's life, isn't it? You've got to keep pushing forward, you know, you've got to keep pushing forward. So it's, I mean, like for myself, you know, moving down south, you know, it's that's a big one. That's a big one. I mean, I've been born and brought up here all my life, you know, so it is a big one, but something about it feels right. It feels right, you know, and you know, and I think you have to follow your own judgment on that, you know, and we're very excited about doing it as well, you know. So yeah, I think maybe you get older and you become a bit wiser as well, you know. Well, maybe I don't know, maybe not in that case. You know, I do try.
We try to be wiser. We try
Yeah.
to be wiser.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Yeah, so as I say, it's on the Saturday the 28th. It's in Helensburgh Lomond Civic Centre. The times, the doors open at 6:30. And it will start at 7 o'clock and it finishes at 10 o'clock. Finishes at 10 o'clock. There will be refreshments and snacks on that evening. Anybody who would like to come along, please send me a message and either my email, which is alicetrevorrow@gmail.com, or send me a message through Facebook or Instagram. My webpage should be up today, which is going to be sparkleoflight.com, www.sparkleoflight.com. So that should be up and ready today as well. But either way, just contact me, and then I'll give you the details and how to book, and then I will send you your e-ticket. Okay. And I've done all the e-tickets myself, Jason. So I've done all that myself as well. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so maybe I'm getting wiser in my old age.
I think it's amazing what you do with this SteamYard and e-tickets and things. And I'm like, oh dear, like times have changed, you know?
Yeah. And let's face it all changed during COVID.
Yeah.
You know, because we did all join together, you know, and you know, and me and myself, like lots of other churches and centres, then decided, right, you know, okay, we can't open, you know, physically, but we're going online because the people need it. The people need to know that Spirit's still around them and we are still around them. We want to communicate internationally. We want to communicate with love. We want to be there as a strength, you know, as one, you know, like brothers and sisters, you know. And there has been amazing people that I have met, and I'm sure you have met as well, with actually doing because it was Zoom to start with, and when I think back of Zoom, it was like, oh, you know, how do you work this, you know, and now Zoom seems a doddle compared to StreamYard and my podcast that I'm doing. You know, so yeah, it's so it was good, and it brought all this, you know, communion, you know, with us all together, which is really nice. So StreamYard has been the next thing of learning for me. Also, I've started my podcast as well, which is a Sparkle of Light spiritual chat show. And you will be on that on Thursday. Yeah, you'll be on that on Thursday. So anyone interested in learning and hearing a little bit more about Jason, his background, his own journey, his own spiritual journey. And even if you have any questions, if you've got any questions at all, just give me a message and I will pop that question on to the podcast on that night when we're having that chat. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So now going back to the workshop on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Now the workshop on the Sunday, the doors will open at we're starting at 10 o'clock. Yeah, we're starting at 10 o'clock. No, we're starting at 10:30, aren't we? 10:30. Yeah, the doors open at 10. Yeah.
Doors open at 10.
Yeah.
And people can start walking in, and then 10:30,
right.
I think you said, yeah.
That's right. Doors open at 10, and you've got so much things to remember. See times, dates.
Yeah.
You know, the brain's just yeah. So the doors open at 10 on Sunday the 29th of October, and it will be finished at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There will be a lunch, as I said. There'll also be some breaks in between as well, obviously, but we're not cruel. You know, there will be toilet breaks and water breaks, you know, in between. You know, so it will be a relaxed day of learning and also feeling that spiritual presence of love. And also peace and contentment within your own heart and soul as well.
Absolutely.
So we hope for you to leave on that Sunday feeling a little bit more fulfilled and maybe just a little bit more positive about your own spiritual journey and your own spiritual life in itself. So I'm looking forward to that. It is £45 for the Sunday. And that is to cover costs as well, you know, as I'm sure you can imagine, you know, everything costs, everything is penny, isn't it? You know, so it's actually, it's pretty fair for what you're going to be getting on that day. Okay.
Well, you said there's a buffet. So that's going to have like this buffet food and everything, and
So it's a buffet. I call it a buffet, but you call it a buffet. It's funny how people do that, doesn't it? Some people say a buffet and some a buffet, or sometimes it's a buffet. Do you know? But it's a buffet, okay? And it's going to have sandwiches. It will have I'm not having sausage rolls or anything in it though, and I will cater as well for a little bit more for anybody who's vegetarian as well. And I don't know, the reason being on that actually as well is I think I'm going vegetarian.
I think I'm joining you on that.
I can't seem to eat meat anymore without wanting to be sick. Do you know, I just can't eat it. You know, and this is quite unusual for me. This has been going on now for a few months. But do you know, see when your mediumship and you as well as a person are changing spiritually, it
absolutely
affects everything. Everything. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like you, I mean, I had to change a lot of things, my diet for health reasons, and so vegetarian. I went vegetarian, vegan. I went vegan to start with for 30 days, and I was suffering with migraines, and I had my sinuses were blocked up, and I was sleeping badly. I had no energy, and after 30 days, I'd lost 5.5 kilos. I was feeling a lot better. The migraines had gone. My sinuses were clear. I had enough energy, and it was like my body's asking for more high frequency food for some reason. I think this is what it is. We listen to what our body wants. It's like it wants more high frequency food, and I think that's what's happening to you, Alice, as well.
Yeah, it is. It's your body telling you something, you know, and for anybody listen to your body. Listen to signs that your body is telling you as well. You know, don't ignore the things that's actually, you know, getting really shown to you and you're feeling as well, in any aspects of your life. Because that's how you end up going round in circles all the time, you know, when you don't listen, you know. I agree with you on that. On this Sunday, that's exactly, there'll be a mixture there of different foods to cater for everybody on the Sunday. And again, it will be online booking only. Okay, so just contact me at Alice Trevorrow at gmail.com. I should actually be putting that up at the bottom there. But that is Alice Trevorrow at gmail.com, or Facebook or Instagram. Okay. And I will definitely get back to you. And I will also give you then more information about the course as well. Okay, so I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to it. Anything else you would like to share with? I know we've not got a lot. We've not really got many people on in the comment box, but I'm not worried about that. It is a Saturday afternoon, and I don't know about where you are, but it's beautiful outside here just now.
Well, I mean, I've heard that the weather's been pretty horrific. So when it's good weather, you've got to get out. So I'm not surprised.
It has, and today, I mean, the sun, as I look out the window, the sun is shining. It just looks lovely, and a nice day just for a warm coat and going out for a nice gentle walk. So I'm sure people have went out and about, because we have had some tremendous floods. The floods have been really bad, and quite unusual. I mean, I know Scotland gets rain, but I mean, this was, rain that you were getting one day of rain that was like a 3-day rain process, in one day, so I can quite understand if people are out and about now, because I don't know if the weather's going to be coming back with the storms and the winds and the rain again. Hopefully not. But we'll see. So I would like to then just thank you. Have you got anything else you want to say before we close? Or
I think just for anyone that's out there at this moment in your life, this is I know this is a message for someone, which is just like, it's like I get this feeling, just got to say, like, don't give up, just keep going. Like, there's that feeling of there is an inner strength in you that you just haven't discovered yet. And I just feel that it's time to start believing more in yourself and moving forward. And I know times have been a little bit difficult, but it's just remembering that this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Everything in life has a start, a middle, and an end. And I think it's just knowing that in the cycle, things will get better, and that's the main thing to remember. I do feel as well that I just want to say to people is, remember, the greatest inspiration that you can have in life is your own spirit, and sometimes we forget that. So nourish your spirit, give back to yourself, and just really enjoy getting to know the possibilities. Like, we've been taught that, that in school, that our possibilities are limited. Well, what I'm saying to you, your possibilities are really unlimited if you open up to your own possibilities. Just really enjoy taking that step, taking that leap, and just moving forward for yourself, and see how that changes. I always did that when I was a chef in London at one time. I always did that. I say, right, this time I'm going to take a different route home, just to take the leap to see something different, experience something different. I think I'm just going to leave you with that, and I look forward to seeing everyone at the weekend. And Eva on as well.
Yeah, hello, Eva's come on. Hi, Eva. Oh, it's lovely to see you on here. Spiritual Stephanie Gardens of Reading. Oh, hi. I don't know who you are, but hey, welcome. And Anne Robertson sent a friend request, so to her. So they must know each other. So hi and welcome. It's lovely to see you on. So we've got a few more people now that's came on.
We said we're just about to leave.
We were just about to leave, yes. So I am looking forward to Saturday the 28th and Sunday the 29th very, very much. And you're flying on the Friday. You're flying over on the Friday, aren't you? You're flying over on the Friday.
Yeah, I'm going to be flying over. I'll be coming over a little bit earlier because I'm going to pop in and see Edinburgh, because I've got to go back to the hometown, and I'll be gallivanting round Edinburgh, trying to pick up some, I think some signals or something. And she's pick up some. I love going to old buildings, Alice, and just going in there and just absorbing the historic energy and just feeling, what is it? What was it like? And sometimes you can just get a flash of the past coming through, and you're like, oh, there used to be horse and carriages going down here, and it's just so wonderful to experience like the historic dimensions as well.
Yeah. That's all right, Eva. No problem at all, darling. We were just talking about how the weather has changed a little bit. Well, it has in Scotland, and it's quite nice outside now. So after the kind of bad weather we've had, I'm sure people are out and about and enjoying a little bit of dry weather and a little bit of sun. So don't worry about that. Hello to Ward. Hi there, and welcome Ward as well, who's came on as well. So thank you for joining us. So if you're going to Edinburgh, there's so many things there, you know, in Edinburgh. Well, you've got the vaults, haven't you? And you've got what's the other place that you go to in Edinburgh, and it's you go down under, and it's not Edinburgh Castle, but it's a spiritual place. I can't remember the name of it because there's that many of them there. There's that many. You've got the spiritual walk tour as well, haven't you? The spirit walk tour there as well.
Oh yeah. The spirit tours, the walks.
Yeah.
You got the palace at the bottom there of the mile.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't know Edinburgh a great deal, but any time that I have been, I have went into the old buildings and the churches as well, the old churches, because there is a lovely church. It's I can't remember the name of it, but it's quite close to the I think it's the Arthur Conan Doyle Centre. There's a lovely church just there down at the bottom, a cathedral. It's a cathedral. Oh, it's lovely inside. Really lovely. I love all that. It just takes me back to, I don't know, I feel I connect with my higher self, and I'm kind of returning back home again in some way, you know. I love it. Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's like stepping back into a world that you feel, oh, I'm returning home, you know.
Yeah, there's that peace, isn't there? You just sit down and it's like the weight comes off your shoulders, and it's just like, oh,
yeah,
connected again. And you feel that way when you come back out, you know. You feel, I needed that. I really needed that. So I'm sure you will get great spiritual experience in Edinburgh when you go there on the Friday, and then a great start for our weekend as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So remember, everybody, Friday the 28th is the mediumship demonstration, but the doors open at 6, but it starts at 7, finishes at 10. But all payments have to be paid in advance, all bookings. It's £8. And the only reason being is there will be refreshments and snacks at night, and also, well, you know, there's a hall to be paid for, etc. There's outgoings, so we have to make sure that that we have enough people as well for it to actually be possible for it to continue. You know, we have got people booked, but I would like to see a lot more, and I don't know where you all are, because this is my last event. So where are you, all the old and new faces that come to Sparkle Light Spiritual Centre? You know, coming along for the last event before.
Last event to show Alice off and give her a round of applause for all that work she's done for Spirit, and just to give her a good send off.
It's not that for me. It's just the fact I'd like the people just to come, and I can be with them on that night, you know. It will be my last event. I will be running a spiritual candle vigil in December. I think it's December the 17th. I will be running the last spiritual candle service. I thought I would run that because it's something I've always done there, and it is lovely. It's a lovely evening, but it will be my last spiritual service at the centre. This is my last spiritual event. So please come along for that. It would be great if you could. And again, on the Sunday, the 29th, as Jason explained about the workshop as well, that he's going to be running. It really does sound amazing. It does sound amazing, Jason, and it is for all levels. But as I said, and Jason said as well, remember, if you've got that pull and that, you're getting signs and you feel it's from spirit world, and you're curious and you want to know more, but maybe you're just a little bit in trepidation of taking that step forward. Remember, spirit have your hand on your back, and if they're showing you this for a reason and you're feeling that pull, then don't hold yourself back, because it's just about taking that leap of faith, joining us, and also feeling there's nothing to be scared or frightened about. The teaching as well will be very natural. There'll be a lovely meditation, and Force, right, you explained exactly earlier on what's going to be in the workshop. As I said, it will be £45 for that day. Okay, and there is a lunch included with that as well. The doors open at 10 and it finishes at 4 p.m. And you don't have to buy anything else once you come on. Okay, once you come and you basically put your bag down, bring maybe a notepad and pen. Maybe, if you've got a book with all your spiritual things, then bring a notepad and pen. But apart from that, just kick your shoes off, sit back and enjoy the journey. Hi, Debbie Romero. Hello, madam.
Hi, Debbie.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. It's a morning over there. So I wonder what their morning's like. I'm going on about the weather in Scotland because I'm over the moon that we actually have a really nice day here.
Yeah.
Have a really nice day, so what do you want to do? Do you want to do a reading or two then, or will we, now that we've got more people, or what would you like to do?
Well, let's just see how this goes. I mean, should we just see who can understand that? So if everyone's here, just put your hand up, give us a wave, let us know you're here. But as I'm sitting here, I'm aware of a father figure and spirit coming closer here, and I just feel that Father was. I feel with him, he's very representable here, Alice, as he's coming through. So I know someone that's listening to this must understand Father in spirit, like where he's wearing nice clothes here, very representable, turned out. Now, I do know he was someone that was very good with his money. That's how he feels. So who's understanding that? Just put your hand up. Let us know this father figure. I do feel that, I don't know if actually Ward understands this, but I am feeling that I am feeling somehow drawn to Ward with this father figure. So Ward, would you understand this? I hope you're still with us.
Yeah, I hope you're still with us, Ward. If you can understand, just put a little comment on it, like yes, you would understand that, or if you have missed what Jason has said, then he will repeat it again to you.
But I do feel that this really is a time for Ward. He's thinking about making changes in life. I do really feel that he's thinking about making changes in life, moving in a different direction. So I know Ward is really thinking about doing these changes. He wants to put things more into action. And I do feel that it's the right time for him, Alice. I really do. That's what I'm picking up there. I hope he's still on it. If not, I hope he gets us on the rerun.
Yeah. If you're still there, Ward, just give a little message. Hi, I'm still here.
All the way from Belgium.
Yeah, he's all the way from Belgium. Yeah. I wonder what the weather's like over there.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird weathers.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. Yes, Debbie. Well, the weather has been pretty bad over here. But today it is sunny and nice. And it's very unusual for us, but it is a really nice sunny blue sky day here today after having the floods that we have had. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, Michelle, as well. It's lovely for you to be on with us. Yep. I don't know if Ward's still on. No idea. Oh, Michelle says it's grey, but not bad here. It's not grey here at the moment, but yesterday wasn't good, and the day before wasn't good. The day before that wasn't good. So.
Bless.
Yeah. So there's a plus side for moving down then to Sussex, because the weather will be better. It'll be much better.
You'll be in that lovely. You'll be in a different space, different weather. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good for the old creaky bones.
It certainly will be. It certainly will be.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't feel that there's floods in Suffolk yesterday from Ford. Oh. Yeah, we had bad floods as well. We had terrible floods. It was really bad I'm up in a hill, and the floods were just so bad in Helensburgh itself as well. A lot of damage was done all over the place. No floods, just rain and grey through, but okay. I actually have a connection of spirit coming forward as well, and I feel quite drawn to Michelle Moffat. I feel I'm just going to open this up a little bit, Michelle. So if you can understand any of what I'm saying, then just put a little message in the comment box. I know there's a bit of delay with it, but I feel here that I feel I've got a mother stepping forward, and I feel this mother was very much she knew her own mind, that's for sure, and she was quite a determined lady, but I feel she became quite frail. It feels like mum at the moment, but let me open it up a bit more. But she became quite frail, and I feel as well that there was something about her mobility, and I feel that she was quite shaky at times as well, that's fine, Michelle. I feel she was quite shaky at times as well, but I also feel with her that she really was struggling with an illness that was just, as she said, it was just seeping the life out of her. Okay. I also feel she was in a lot of pain as well, Michelle. Okay, I feel she was in a lot of pain, and I feel that she was on quite a bit of medication there as well. So I don't know if you can understand this more as a mother or a grandmother there. If you can, just please there's Ward's back. Okay.
I don't know, Ward, are you understanding the information I mentioned, Ward?
We're jumping back and forward.
Did you pop out for a coffee and come back? Because I was getting this father figure with you, Ward, that was stepping in there to bring you some encouragement at this moment. So just wondering if you were receiving that, Ward.
Yeah, if you can, would you? No, sorry, not me. He says. Okay.
Ward, you were away. So, Ward, would you understand this father figure that was stepping in, and he was, we thought we were away, but he was still here, really nicely turned out, dressed nicely, looking good, a father figure, someone that was really supportive to you. I do feel that he was someone that really was there for you, and he's showing me that he was very good at working out finances. That's how he's stepping forward. Would you understand that with you, Ward? And he's talking about something about you making decisions at this time to move in a different direction, to take a leap, to move in a different direction.
Okay, we'll just wait for Ward just to give a little
Yeah, just waiting for Ward to absorb that.
Yeah. Hi, Joanne. Welcome, Joanne. He's got not so much. So
but would you understand at this moment that you're making plans to make a different leap within your life, to move into a different direction with things, Ward? That's what I was thinking, feeling there.
Okay. There's always a delay with this, isn't there?
There is such a delay, is there really? But as I'm staying with this father figure, if someone else is understanding it, I do feel that he was good with his money. He's well dressed up father here. I know he liked to look good in his clothes, and I just know also with him, it's like he was someone that was very supportive to the person that he's coming through here for, and I just know that that he was someone that really. Was a perfectionist. I do feel heart problems with this father, so it was the heart that took him. So as it was father or a father figure to somebody, someone must be understanding it. So Ward, you're understanding the change of direction within your life, and so you're understanding that part. So I'll let you. I'll just keep you in with that. Are you understanding any of this to do with?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. He said.
Oh, yes, you do. You're understanding that now. I also have known 2 grandfathers, but the memories are far. Yeah. Well, this one, I do feel that it was someone that would have been very encouraging to you, that wants to help you move into a different direction. Someone that was really to the point and knew how to take action. So if you've had any memories or any ideas where they would have been taking direction or moving in direction, I do feel, I don't know why, I do feel that it's something that they're talking about you traveling. It's like this coming up soon, these ideas to travel, to move. There's a lot of movement around you at this moment, Ward, and I do feel there's a very supportive side in that for you. And with the delay, try to answer as quickly as you can, and we can keep it rolling. But I do know with these things, this internet is a bit of a delay. I know the heart problems would have been known, and I also know that this gentleman was someone that believed in keep going, carry on. So it's that energy of him. That's how he's coming through. A gentleman that had a wonderful sense of humor and really loved about that. Yes, so they are mentioning that travel to you. I'm thinking about that very much later. It's like they really want to say push you to make that move, because it feels like, Ward, what's been going on is you've been quite stagnant. You've been like stagnant, not feeling inspiration, or something's holding you back. And I feel it's like the energy's moving now. It really and I know this father figure wants to help move you in the right direction and to guide you to really just express yourself more, get out there more. And it's like that. And I feel like just just do it, just travel, just, make those things. So I see, try to become a famous writer. My plans are that. Well, don't let your limits, of your own mind hold you back. It's like really just, it's like believe in your possibilities. That's what I feel that's coming in there for you. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing the symbol of the infinity symbol with you, Ward. So that must be around you, which says to me, everything goes in ebbs and flows. And I do feel that it's also believing in those possibilities of bringing more creation for you. So I'm going to leave you with that, Ward, since it's resonating with you. Okay. And I believe Alice had a mother here.
Yeah, well, I did. I'm just going to reconnect back again. Okay. I'm just going to give what I've got, okay? And if anybody can understand this, if you can put a message in the comment box. But I do have a mother stepping forward, and I feel with her that she had what I'd noticed at first was the losing of weight with her, okay? But I also know now that I'm connecting closer with her that she had emphysema and she had a lot of lung problems and a lot going on with her chest, okay? And I know that her breathing rapidly just got worse and worse, but definitely there was an emphysema with her. She also makes me feel as well that she was quite a determined lady, you know, and she did things her way. So you know, she was a fighter, you know, and this was very, very difficult for her to have this change because she was used to just getting up, doing her own thing, and going out the door because she was always out. She was always out. And then all of a sudden she was back in again and she was in the house very much restricted. She felt like a prisoner in her own home, she said, and she found it really, really difficult. She also just makes me feel as well that she was on, there was a cylinder, or there was, because she showed me the mask on her face and there was a cylinder there with her and there was oxygen there on her face as well. And I know that this was very much a restriction as well for her, okay? Now, I've just heard the name and I don't know if anybody would understand a name with Marion in it, okay? I'm not saying it's the mother's name, but I do feel there would be a name significant maybe with that name in and around her or her family that she's also bringing in. And also she says about having 2 children as well. I feel they're 2 daughters though that she's talking about, and something about a split in a relationship, or a divorce that's happened since she's passed to spirit world. So can anybody understand any of this that I'm bringing in? I didn't want to give too much information because you forget what I said at the beginning. So I'm writing things down as I'm going along. Okay, so can anybody understand this with a mother in spirit world, or a mother-in-law, or a gran that was like a mother to you as well? You know, because this lady shows that she'd lost a lot of weight, and I can see she's really quite skeletal looking. And there was definitely issues around the lung and the chest. And I do feel there was an emphysema with her as well. Okay, I can't take that away because that seems to be the bulk of the message with her, and the oxygen as well that she shows me here as well. So she's given me all of that. The name Marion or Mary in and around the family or someone that she knew, as I'm getting this as well. Yeah, okay. She's also gave me the month of February for an anniversary or a birthday there as well. Okay. She tells me she went into hospital, but she either signed herself out or she nearly signed herself out because she wanted home. She wanted home, and she said, I knew my time was coming. I knew my time was coming, but I didn't want to go in the hospital.
Eva she's understanding it, Alice.
Okay. My mum marrying me and my sis no longer in contact. That's all right, darling. Okay, because the name Marion was definitely there. I can understand part of it. My grandmother marrying spirit cancer. Yep. Okay. My mum marrying me and my sis no longer in contact. That's okay. That's all right. I just know that this lady is coming forward with a great deal of love. Okay, and I say to you now that you're needing that at this moment in time, Eva. Okay, and you're just needing a little bit more of understanding as well in and around you. Okay. I also feel this lady would have she would have fought people's battles, I feel. Okay. You know, she didn't like anybody, you know, having a wrong turn done. She would have fought you know, battles, and I feel she's like coming in here to try and say to you, you know, I've got your back. I've got your back here. Okay. She does also say that things recently have been a little bit challenging, where you've not known what way to go, or what way to turn. But she says here, I don't want you worrying about this because all is going to be revealed soon. Okay. And she also brings me something about December with you. And I feel a happy time with December, but I also want to say as well, I also feel that there would be a significance to a passing in December and a birthday. But she also brings in December as well as just this fulfillment and peace around your heart. And I will draw you a little card here as well. Okay. And I'm just going to do that. Yes, understand. Okay, bless you. I just want to draw you a little card here as well, on a psychic vibration. Yeah, okay, so you've got here, you've got the third chakra, the archangel Camel. So you've got this one here, okay. But as I look into this card as well, I just feel that you're needing just a bit more of self-love, okay, for yourself, and not actually looking for love to come from other sources, because love can come in all different ways and all different meanings. But I feel for you it's more self-love that you're needing, and to stop, you know, okay, you have a tendency to sometimes put yourself down a little bit, okay, and there's a confidence issue going on with you at the moment that's going to break, okay, for Eva to come out more of what you really have in here in your soul. But there's a little bit of hesitance, a little bit of confidence there as well, okay, but this is going to soon go and wash away. I also feel as well, as I'm connecting as well here, I do feel that there is a gentleman in and around you as well who's quite a deep thinker, and sometimes you don't know how this gentleman feels, or how he just seems to be a man that's hard to understand at times, or a man that's a little bit hard to get to know, but definitely a deep thinking man. Whereas you would be a little bit, I feel he's connected in and around you. I don't know who he is, but I just feel here, I also feel as well, yes, understand that, man, okay. I also feel as well there's talking to be done, okay, because you've also got the throat chakra, but I also feel here, I feel a tightness around here with you at the moment, and I feel a tightness around him, and I feel you're needing to sit, connect together, reconnect together, have a chat, have a talk about things, life, what's going on in your both your worlds, how you're feeling about things. I feel this is something that you're needing to do this, and you're kind of missing some comfort there as well. And I do feel I did feel as well, did you understand about the mother or the grandmother in spirit, or a mother vibration? Did you understand that? I think you did, though. I think you said you did. Am I right, Jason?
I think she said she did, yeah.
Yeah, I think she did. Yeah, I think okay, yeah, she did. She did. That's absolutely fine as well. Okay. So I'm so sorry. There's somebody joining on the. I'm trying to do this as well. Somebody was trying to join on the studio. I'm sorry. I got it all mixed up. So it's here on. Here you go. It's not in the studio. Okay. Okay, all right. So can I just please leave this with you, Eva? And also known as well that, yeah, you said December was a birthday as well. But also, I feel a big brightness of light in and around December for you as well. Okay. And this lady who feels like a mother or a grandmother to you, okay, I feel is giving you strength, because she certainly lost all that strength, and she was just wasting away. She says, I was just losing all my skin and bones. She says, I was losing it all, and I was finding it very, very hard to continue on my life in that way. And she just says as well that, yeah, okay, I'm just looking at something else there. What you got? He is a Virgo and don't want to talk. Yes, understand my grandmother. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Okay. Yeah, it's a typical Virgo, Eva. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I want to leave you with all that, but I do also want to say to you, I do feel there will be some talking that will come between both of you. Okay. All right. And that's definitely coming before next year. All right, my darling, I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you so much. So we've got quite a few other people that came on, which is really nice. That's really nice that some people's come on. Jackie Kavanagh, hi there, my darling. Hi there. Jackie's Kavanagh, your podcast as well. We're good, you know, I did a podcast with Jackie for Sparklight Spiritual Chat Show. So Jackie's podcast will be coming out in a couple of weeks. So anybody,
really? Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, so anyone interested in finding out more about Jackie, you know, please log on, because it will be on Spotify and it will be on YouTube as well. And hi, Kaza, as well. Hi, Caroline. Nice to see you. Joanne, welcome. Shean as well. Welcome. Lorraine Clark, welcome as well. It's lovely to see you all. Have you got wet in Scotland? Kaz? Yeah, well, we've not. What part of Scotland are you in? No, we're not wet today. No, we've got some sun. We've got some sun today. But we have had some terrible weather, and it has been terrible floods. So I agree with you on that. But today we've got some sunshine. So hi there. Hi, Kaza, as well. So anyway, earlier on we were talking about our Friday Saturday the 28th of October. Demonstration, and Sunday the 29th of October for the Mediumship workshop. So what was that? You just explain a bit about that again for people who have been.
I think basically what we were doing was the workshop is going to be a wonderful workshop. Doors are open at 10. Starting at 10:30. We're going through until 4, and it was £45. And I think you said it was with a buffet.
Yeah, that's right. As well. And your workshop entails a whole program of different things. So what was that again? What was the workshop?
Basically, the theme of it was ignite your soul, and the inspiration was spirit. So really, within the workshop, learning not only to work psychically, but to work also with the spirit world, and to appreciate and find the joy within mediumship again as well. That people could find the confidence in bringing through messages. We're going to be feeling the possibilities of what's inside of you, so that you can experience that within your own mediumship, and to bring that forward, and but also to let go that little bit more, to give spirit world more room to bring through more of the message and the inspiration. And I just know that in these workshops that people are just going to get so inspired through the amazing stuff that spirit brings through. And I think Ward sort of put it in a question here. Is like, if I ask, do you remember the age that you felt like, okay, now I'm willing to fully connect with spirit? And like in a workshop like this, I went to a workshop like this. Well, not like this, but similar to this. And it was actually going to one of these workshops where I discovered, oh my God, I have a gift. And that eureka moment, and that is so amazing, isn't it, Alice? Just to see people like waking up to the understanding that there's an intelligence there, a spirit world that's loving and is just like encouraging us to just join them and hear the inspiration of spirit. It's just amazing.
Yeah. It's, well, let's face it. I mean, we all come in we all come in from spirit world, and we're pure, we're innocent, and we come in and we are spirit living in a physical body, and then we're born into this world, you know. I can remember, you know, I don't know about you, Jason, but I can remember as a baby. And I can remember being in the cot, and I can remember I was very young. And I can remember crying, and I can remember lying down and thinking, I want to go home. You know, and how, you know, how, I don't understand, you know, like, how can that happen? Like, you're a baby, but yeah, I remember in my own head, without words coming out, because you couldn't talk, you know, in my own head thinking, I don't like here, and I wanted to go home. You know, and I felt like that for quite a while, and even through my toddling years, and really, and right up till I was about 4, I still didn't feel I should be here. And it's terrible to say this. I didn't even like I didn't like my mum, and that's awful to say that. It's awful to say that, but I didn't, you know, and I felt that she was a stranger to me, you know, but yet and my dad, I felt, was my dad, but I also felt I was missing my mum and dad. You know, I felt there was something just not right. And it wasn't until I was getting a bit older and I built the relationship up with my parents, obviously, then that love came in, and I had all that love and I had the support there. But yeah, from very early on, I just kept thinking I shouldn't be here. You know, what is this place? You know, and I'll never forget that experience, because there was, I felt quite scared about it as a child, you know. So there's obviously a lot more into that. There is obviously a lot more into that. But I think I must have been about maybe a year and a half. I must have been about a year and a half. I can remember being in the cot, and I remember all that, and it was just a horrible feeling, you know. And I can even remember looking, because when I was born, we actually lived in the city centre of Glasgow, and we didn't move out of there until I was 4 years of age. And I can remember I was in this room, you know, and my mum and dad were in the bed as well. And I'm like, remember looking and thinking, who are they? Do you know? But I couldn't speak, you know. And I felt a lot better when we moved, so from Glasgow, and then we moved to Mulgai, and then I felt, you know, well, this felt better. And I was 4 years, well, I was nearly 4 then, and this felt better. So I don't know, was it the energy of the city or what? I don't know, but I just felt a stranger into the people around me. So there's obviously something about that I'm sure other people must have experienced as a baby or a child, you know. I don't know if you had anything like that.
As a child, I always felt, I thought, I was like, I remember, I just get this thing. I've got a funny sense of humor. Anyone that knows me, I was on this planet as a child, and I was like, can someone please beam me back up, because I didn't sign up for this. You know, I didn't sign up for this. You know, you put me in the wrong place. Take me back. But that's just my sense of humor. And I think as a child, I think we're more open as a child to like remembering what it was like. And I think I had moments of that, remembering what it was like to be united in that light, that love, where everything was taken care of. And then you leave that and you come to this world, and you're like, those moments of feeling like I'm alone, or I feel like that strange bit of the jigsaw puzzle that never fits in. And I had that through all my younger years in school, where I just felt
me too.
Awkward. And I'm like, you know, maybe this piece of the puzzle that I am doesn't quite fit into this story. And that's when I had those "can they not just beam me up" moments. You know, I think when I was watching Star Trek, I said I was hoping they'd beam me up sometime, you know, because but that never happened either. So yeah, I can really relate to your story, Alice, to that. But I can't go back as far as that young, but I know when in my 3s and my 4s, the memories of like, could I not be someone somewhere else, or
Yeah, I can remember it, and I can hear Eva says me as well about my family. I felt like a foster care child all my life around them. I even took a DNA test to check it up, but they were my family. Yeah, I can understand that aspect of it. I can, though, Eva. I can, because although I got closer with my obviously my mum and my dad later in years, I always, and this sounds a bit awful, but I always felt I was a bit like a substitute in some way, and because I never felt completely, that I was or should be part of them, and I don't know why I felt that. And yeah, I did love them, but for some reason, sometimes I felt a little bit distant as well, as if there was something else, but I didn't know what it was. But I mean, I used to hear voices as a very young child. I would hear voices from a lady. I would hear voices from a man as well. I loved hearing those voices, but I never ever seen what they looked like. But I loved it when they were around me. And I also played with a little boy for a while, and then a little girl came as well, and then there was a boy and a girl I used to play with, during my childhood years. But I knew no different. I thought they were real, and it wasn't until I realised that they're really not real that I couldn't understand it, and then they disappeared. As and then things changed again for me,
Yeah, but I know what you mean. As a child, I was the same. I had what some people might call imaginary friends, but for me, they were real. For me, they were real. And for me, it was a little boy, and when I was a little boy, and whenever my parents would ask me, like, "Who are you talking to?" Oh, no one. No, because I just somehow instinctively, I knew they wouldn't understand. And when I was older, and we moved from one house to an older house, I had all these people lining up to talk to me when I was in bed as a child. And so every time I'd wake up, what were all these people doing in my room? So
That's right. It was always when I was in my bed as well. Yeah.
Did you? So I went to my mum at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, "Mum, wake up, wake up. There's all these people in the room." And so I think I did that for about a week. Until my mother got really fed up with it, and she just said, "Look, there's no people in your room. You're dreaming. Just put the pillow over your head and go to sleep." So that's what I did. I just put the pillow over my head and went to sleep. I said, "Oh, it must be all a dream then." But it wasn't. I always felt the presence of spirit around me. But and it wasn't scary until I realized that my parents didn't see it. That's when it became something where I decided to move away from it, or did you have that as well? You had them on the bed as well, didn't you?
Yeah, when it was kind of the opposite though with me. My mum decided to wait till I was 16, and then she tells me what I was experiencing all that time was actually real, because she said, "Well, your gran was a medium." So why did you not tell me that before? And she said, "Your gran was a medium," and she said, "But it was all done behind closed doors, and nobody was allowed to know about it." She said, "And it would be her night, and it would be a Thursday night, and the ladies would come." I think there was one man that came as well, and they were all to go out they weren't allowed in, so they were all to go out and play. Things were different back then, and then a certain time they would go away and they were allowed back in, but they were told never to tell anybody about this, and when the winter weather came in, they were all put to their rooms and not to come out while they were having this session. But really they were actually in a circle, with the world. And apparently my gran was a very good medium, but she never told me that till I was 16. So all that time, of going through all these changes, that were taking place, I was starting to wonder, is there something wrong with me? Because I used to do the same as you. I used to get up in the middle of the night and I'd be playing, with my toys on the carpet. My dad would come, "What on earth are you doing? Get back into bed." And I'm just playing. There's nobody there, but there was. I think somebody also said here, Ward has got, "As a child, I felt unreachable. I still do in a way, as if the connection to here was just a distance to realize the reality, but truth to me is so much," So he always, I know what you're meaning though. I know what you mean though. Sometimes that maybe you feel like in a distance as well. I felt that as a child. I never fitted in as a child at school. I just never fitted in. But now I understand that, and I did get a lot of bullying as well, but I understand now, children could sense there's something different about you, but they didn't know what it was. So their way would be to annoy you or bully you or because they didn't understand, So I only had maybe 2 or 3 friends who were a bit like me, and I guess I suppose not even that's been on a lot in my life actually, and then you find your true friends, people who are really like you, people who love you and connect with you for you, and then your own partner as well, he's the love and life in my heart and friend, so so I can understand that. You're right, there are adults that still bully. Yes, some people don't grow up, they still remain in that. It's like that power. It's the only power they can have, so that they've got that power. So yeah, you are right. You're right there. But I think you have to also take yourself away from that equation and be careful how you react. And I think that's what you're learning in life, is the reaction to certain things that happen in your life. The little buttons that are getting tested for us all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I would like to thank you for coming on here. It's been absolutely great. I'm looking forward to you coming to Scotland and all the way from Germany as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. Remember, anybody who would like to book on the Saturday and the Sunday, please get in touch with me at alicetrevorrow@gmail.com, and I will send you over the online payments, etc., for the £8 for the Saturday demonstration. It includes the 2 mediums demonstrating. I'll share with you in the first half, and you can do the second half. And also on the Sunday as well, it'll be our lovely Jason doing the workshop on the Sunday. So I am also very much putting this now as to it has to be pre-booked, okay, because we are catering for lunch on the Sunday, and we're also having obviously we've got our hall, and it depends on the hall as well. And 2 Dubai's is about which hall I'm using. Okay, so I need to know the numbers as to make it clear as to which hall I'm going to use on that night as well. Okay, so yeah, Saturday the 28th of October, we're on 7 p.m. it starts, finishes at 10. Refreshments and snacks included. And I forgot the main thing. Oh my goodness, how could I forget this, Jason? The
I
very
don't know. What have we forgotten? Hold on. What have we forgotten?
very main thing I forgot. This is a new 60 brain, you see, that's crept in. We all bookings booked in advance get put forward to what is a competition called Spin the Wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And the first prize is £25, and the second prize is 15, and the third prize is £10. And it is for everyone who has booked on the mediumship demonstration or the workshop on the Sunday, which is this spiritual ignite your spirit. What was it again? Jason, help me with this. What's it called again? Spiritual.
We're getting to that point. It's ignite your soul and the inspiration with spirit. So really, just a workshop where you're going to investigate your soul, your own soul's possibilities. What can you do with your psychic mediumship? But feeling into others, feeling into your surroundings, seeing what messages are coming through, but also understanding the inspiration of spirit and when spirit are going to bring that joy and inspiration through as well. That's what it's going to be about. I did try to post something. I'm sorry, people, if it's come out in bits, but this is my first time messing around on StreamYard. I think it's come out in a bit of a jigsaw puzzle, but if you can work it out, you're fantastic. You definitely should be there if you can work that out.
You can also get it though on the Spark of Light Spiritual Center page, or you can also get it on Alice Spiritual Medium and Psychic page as well. So it's all on there. Any questions, please message me at alicetrevorrow@gmail.com. I've got my website. It should be up and running today at some point as well, which will be www.sparkleoflight.com, I think. Yeah. Oh, my head is fried. There's so much to remember, isn't there? But I'm looking forward to you coming over, and please remember, everybody, share with anyone who maybe would like to come along, and please join me on my very last event in Scotland, because it is my very last, and I'm looking for the older faces and the new faces to come. Okay. Just to have that loving connection together on my very last event. And as I did say, my very last spiritual service will be a Christmas candle vigil, which will be on the 17th of December. And I'm looking forward to that very much. We have got some great demonstrators coming to that. And like last year, you will all have your little candles there as well. Okay. And it will be beautiful. And that will be my last service in Scotland before my husband and myself depart, probably springtime, down to Sussex to be with our daughter and my future son-in-law, which I'm really looking forward to. All these new opportunities opening up. But online is still going, and it's going to go bigger and wider. I can promise you that. Okay. So I love you all. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I do appreciate it. Jason, I'm so looking forward to seeing you in person and having a great laugh. We're going to have a great time.
Me too. We're going to have a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. So anyone that's on here from a different country, book your flights now.
I'll pick you up in the airport. There's no worry there.
No problem. And apparently, I've heard the weather's good. Like dress for like winter. But you never know. You might.
The weather's really good today. And that's in the west of Scotland. It's all right. But I know up Aberdeenshire, Angus, and all up that way is pretty horrific. And it's only today. It's all right. So I can't guarantee it'll be all right next week. But I'm putting it out there. The sunshine in Scotland.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so I'm going to love and leave you all. Okay, and thank you so much for joining us.
And I look forward to seeing Kazza White. I think Kazza White said he was coming. So,
did she? Kazza, please let us know. Okay, remember, contact me, alicetrevoro@gmail.com, or just contact me anywhere. I'm always around. Okay,
right,
so that would be brilliant, Kaza. Okay, my darling. Okay,
right.
I would say good afternoon, and also have a lovely weekend. Take care, stay
Take
safe,
care.
and look after each other.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.